Okay, welcome back. Last time we made our way back through Aoba Park, and we now have Katsuya back in the party. Now, before I actually go to Baofu's hideout, which is where we need to go to progress the game, I am going to make another trip to the Velvet Room, because I have some things I want to get. I'm also starting to realize that I'm starting to want to get new personas frequently enough, but I'm not really getting to use a lot of the ones that I'm getting. So, that's a little bit inconvenient for me. So in between episodes, I did go and get more cards. So now I can fuse Susanoo for Baofu. Won't actually be using this right now. Oh, wait. Okay, it's weak to magic, but does resist all physical attacks. I can just... that as is, I think. I think Susanoo should probably be fine just as he is. Also, 10 out of 10. For some reason, the series' absolute favourite persona when it comes to, hey, everyone gets this. I know I've mentioned it previously, but it's the ultimate persona for 3 party members. And that's strange to me. Okay, so now I also want to get Genbu. Genbu will give me more Earth coverage, and having more Earth coverage is always going to be quite nice. I'll also teach it Bufu, because why not? And also, I always associate Genbu with being more of an ice-based persona in this game. Well, in the series in general, I suppose. Just because, you know, I don't know, I feel like every time it's ever turned up since, it's usually been tied to ice magic. I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering. So now I can also fuse Kundali Vidyaraja. I am so sorry if I pronounced that wrong, which, let's be real, I probably did. And I can also teach that Garula. Basically, I'm just getting a bit more variety, and I do remember what the next boss is weak to, so I did want to get a couple of personas that had Zeo skills available. Mostly just because the next boss is weak to electricity, and, well, as is, I don't really have anything that has Zeo. So, yeah, I wanted to rectify that. I also want to fuse Hernia, however that's pronounced. And you know what, I'll give that Bufu as well, just for a little bit more coverage, and it'll get Garudine by the time it's maxed out, which is quite nice. Now I get to play a fun little mini game called I'm going to have to juggle the personas in my current stock. Because, for some reason, in Eternal Punishment, you get 10 and only ever 10. You never gain access to having more. Which is a little bit inconvenient. But I also wanted to fuse Anko. Because Anko also gets coverage, and I would quite like to have more coverage available. Mostly because this also gets Zeodine. Yeah, I'm doing an awful lot here just to get Zeo, pretty much. But also, at the same time, these will hopefully turn into something good later on. I do not remember Anko looking like this at any other point in the series. I mean, it looks totally different in Persona 1 and Innocent Sin, I think. Okay, so, let's see here. What do I can afford to get rid of Stymphalides. And I'll put Hernia in place of that. I'll switch Pyrojack out for Kundali Vidyaraja. I'll switch Taranis. I'll switch Taranis for Susanoo. I'll switch Barbatos out for Anko, I suppose. And I have a feeling I'm gonna regret this, but I'll switch out Kolubri for Genbu. So now I have a whole bunch of new personas that I need to kind of, you know, start leveling up. But I can also return... Oh, this was not worth it, actually, was it? You know what, that's fine, I can just turn those into other stuff later. Right, so before I go, I do want to juggle these around to various party members. Okay, so Nanjo can use Genbu. Baofu, you can take Susanoo with you, because, spoiler alert, Baofu is not going to be in the party for this episode. Then I can have Anko level up with Ulala, and then I can have Maya level up Hernia. Actually, hold on. Better idea. Way better idea. I have I have Ulala use one of the Star Arcana. 10 out of 10, why didn't I think of that? And I have Katsuya use one on Justice. I know, using people's actual Arcanas, whoever would have thought. Okay, now, let's go to Baofu's hideout and see what's going on. It just started going off. What's happening? I tapped Tatsuzo's phone. Either his home or his office. I've tapped most phones the bastard should be using. Of course, I can't do diddly about cell phones and public phones. Shimazu and Togashi are dead. They did it. That leaves less work for us. I see. Okay, so Young Pao is still alive, I guess. That guy must have been spying on us. Actually, yeah, we haven't seen him for a while. I want to get the reward I was promised. Have you released the brother yet? Don't worry. He's already in the country on a tourist visa. He's got money too. I see. I decided the location. Bring the money to the Konan district. The abandoned factory. Come alone. No tricks. You're very cautious. Very well. The promise was to accept all deals. See you then. This is our chance to nail Tatsuzo's ass. He'll never see us coming. Imagine I just made imagine I did the Persona 5 meme there, and that's Katsuya and Nanjo's response. There we go. I'm gonna head to check things out. Hey. Well, off he goes. Okay, let's see what everyone has to say. Nanjo, there's something I would like you to check. Check is... and... Mr. Baofu's this and this? I understand. I'll try. Bullshift. That thing where the Earth's axis will spin 90 degrees? If that happens, the whole world will rain for days. Floods, tsunamis, volcanoes, and earthquakes, every kind of disaster. And unless they're airborne, most people won't survive. How could they use the Wanglong for such a thing? Okay, I need to go up these stairs. There we go. He just went alone. It's too dangerous. We have to go after him. The factory's just behind our place. Okay, so off we go to somewhere else. Right after these messages. Somewhere. Conference room. See you then. So, this is Tatsuzo Sudo, a current foreign minister who's also the top executive of the New World Order. He's the one behind this plan. Hard to believe these are the actions of a person raising an innocent world. I'm saying it's quite a task. So, this is General Sugawara, hostile leader of the 15th Division of the Civil Defense Force and director of the New World Order. He seems to be ill and looks very pale. No need for insults. Is it ready? It's complete. It should be a good test for X1. Excuse me. A wolf in sheep's clothing. The plan is going smoothly as of now. The uncertain aspect is the existence of the paradox. Why is that obstacle left alone? And what is the paradox? Honestly, Gozen's ideas lately are... Watch your mouth. We're in front of Gozen. Gozen's ideas are far beyond our comprehension. We must accomplish all our duties. I know he walks with a cane, but does the animation have to, like, go that slowly? Like, it really just kind of lingers there. Anyway, let's move on. But who is the most sinful? Elders driven by ambition, a human that causes chaos to be chaos, or is it? Okay, so, with that ominous little going on, we can head on over to Conan, and I can head on over to the store. Also, when I was getting cards, I did a little bit of grinding. I think I went up 1 or 2 levels. And now it's time to play everyone's favorite stupid minigame that I play. Will I win anything? The answer is almost certainly no. Also, if anyone is keeping score, how much money have I spent between Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment on sweepstakes versus how much have I actually gotten out of it from winning in terms of, like, sheer value? Because I can't imagine it's a very good exchange rate, let's just say. Okay, so let's enter these sweepstakes and see how we do. Okay, so that's Fantasy World entered. I have not been paying attention. Okay. Okay, Fantasy World is the last one, because it's Battlemaster, Miracle, Fantasy World. I think that's the order for them. Anyway, off we go to Conan and the Abandoned Factory. Also, congratulations to the police department that hasn't burnt to the ground in this one. Hey, why do you hate them so much? Huh? Well, off he goes. What the? Hey! Let's go after him. What's going on? What the hell's going on here? They knew they were being bugged. That phone call was a trap to kill us along with the Mafia. What? So then Baofu? Ah, crap, we have to tell him. Worry about yourself. I'm sure he knows. What? What did you just say? Okay, so I forgot to do a thing. So, sorry about that, Baofu. You can wait just an extra minute while I quickly run to another district of town, go and talk to this guy and see if he wants any maps made. Cool. Buddy, do you need a map made? Yes. Sick. Cool. Thanks. Blank factory map. Delightful. I hope this isn't like it is in... I can't imagine... It must be different to how it is in Innocent Sin. I can't imagine it would be one and the same. Okay, off we go back to Conan. So, away we go! Okay. Man, the music in here is already better. Company notice. After using the conveyor belts, please return them to their original direction. March 17th, 1998. Control Division. Okay. I do need to be a bit careful, because I do need to, you know, kind of go through all these tiles. Bro, you're just one guy. Like, would you like to negotiate? Okay, sorry, Demon King, would you like to negotiate? Okay. I mean, it does have a gun, I suppose. Nanjo? Talk about the country's future at it, please. I mean, going out in a blaze of glory sounds kinda cool, you know? Well, that kinda... Oh, hold on, that's a lot more damage than I thought it would do. Okay, we go for Stun Bite, I guess we'll go for Mighty Swing, go for Garula, and we will go for a second Garula. So that should actually cast Dragon Flight, I think. 10 out of 10, actually did. And we got him. Fantastic. We also took a lot more damage than I would have liked, but hey, that's fine. That's fine by me. Okay, there we go. 10 out of 10, I'm going to have to be a bit careful about, you know, stepping on all these tiles, because I don't want to miss one tile and just ruin the entire thing for me as a result. But hey, I know me. Like, I know me, that'll probably happen. Do I have AoE, aren't I? I have no area of effect yet. Okay, I'm Maragi, but I don't have proper area of effect on anything just yet. So, hopefully that's fine. Okay, Anko went up to rank 2. So that's good at least. Dragonflight. Okay, they both went up. Good. Katsuya is taking a ton of damage. Still nothing really going on for us here. Okay. You know what? It'll be fine. It'll be okay. If worst case scenario, I can switch to Maya Prime and we'll just kind of face tank whatever. Okay, they're weak to Havoc damage. Good to know, good to know, good to know, good to know, good to know. Okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna heal just yet. And I'll go into Trish's Fountain because I know that you need to go in there to kind of mark it on the map. But we should be okay. Also, yes, I'm gonna have to kind of like snake my way through these corridors just to make sure I'm getting everywhere. This is primarily a physical attack thing here. Mamudo could actually be kind of nice to have at this exact moment. But what I'm gonna do instead is switch to Maya Prime and I will heal. Like, I will heal. And do I have AoE? I have Mahama. I have Mahama, so let's use Yama and cast Mahama on the Shogoths. And then we can Genbu Stun Bite Python. And then, also, Katsuya can just do a regular attack and it'll probably be fine. It will still be fire-based though, because his gun is still fire-based. But hey, we're getting good damage. And as it turns out, maybe inflicting the rage status effect when you're weak to physical attacks isn't the play. Whoever would have guessed. Like, whoever would have guessed that, whoever guessed that being incredibly weak physically and, you know, goading something to punch you in the face is a bad idea. I know, insane turn of events. Whoever could have seen that one coming? Okay, now I can have Maya switch back to using Anko. Anko, I don't know how it's pronounced. Either way, we can take out Agrippa probably, and I can just kind of start balancing my attacks. Because I do want to get all of the ranks up for my personas. That was the wrong move to do, but you know what? It worked, so I guess it's not that bad. I feel like Mighty Swing works very differently to how it did in Innocent Sin. I'm fairly sure that in Innocent Sin, Mighty Swing was an insta-kill attack. Okay, we have Mahama and Mamudo now, so that's kinda nice. And now we'll have Ulala switch back to using Hernia. Oh, Hernia? I don't know how it's pronounced. You know what? It'll be fine. It will be fine. Okay, I have Domina. That's kind of cool. And Wall of Earth. So I can get myself basically a one-turn immunity to Earth. That could come in handy. Okay, so now let's quickly patch up our people. And by that I mean antidotes. Antidotes away. I feel like you can get poisoned in this dungeon so easily. Like, I distinctly remember getting poisoned in here quite a bit previously. Although maybe that's because I played Innocent Sin, you know, a few months ago. and I did have to, you know, I did everything in here, so I was in here for a very long time. Anyway, let's just keep going and hopefully cover all our bases, all our tiles. Who has Yama? No one has Yama. As soon as we get electricity, we switch and start using Yama again. But hey, Maya can negotiate. Maya is good at negotiating. I say it just attempting to interview. I say as I'm immediately messing it up because I'm also a little bit distracted. But hey, we did it. 10 out of 10, we can negotiate with one Yudo every single time. And that, I need to keep going along this way. Even though it does loop in a big circle. It may loop in a circle, but we do need to keep on going. Okay. So, honestly, I'm kind of just winging it on those. Okay. Anyway. So, where am I going? Is this a dead end? This does appear to be a dead end. Okay. We love dead ends around here. Dead ends kind of suck, actually, but still. Yeah, sure, Dragonflight. We go for Dragonflight. Then we switch Anko, and we go for Mighty Swing. And we can also go for Baofu, because we believe in Baofu, we believe in ice damage around here. And, okay, you know what, sure, let's go for Ice Blade. That would have been pretty bad, but you know what, I'll take it. Man, that lingered for just long enough to give me hope that I was getting a mutation. I know that there's a couple of things that you can do to kind of make mutations a bit more frequent. Like, I know that you can go to the fortune teller, and depending on how they respond to you and everything, you can make things appear more or less frequently, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Okay. So, I'm just gonna go for physical attacks. I'll go for physical attacks on the Lilims, and then attack the back line. But no, and attack the front line with Yama, because Yama had Hammer. Because Yama had Hammer, and that can take out the Shogoffs. I think. That should work for me. Okay. Okay. Okay, so. Now then. We can. That is this floor done, because that area was blocked off. Okay, we can keep on moving on. I also just realized I only have a few antidotes, and I do not have I don't have another means of curing poison. So this might be a little bit bad on my part, but you know what? We will manage. Oh, I can just wipe out all of these guys, right? Oh, this is gonna be a huge multi-kill coming in for Katsuya. Katsuya about to score an absolutely massive multi-kill. Like, Your Honor, that's cash money. Quadra kill. One shot quadra. And now he just light smasher and that finishes them off. Fantastic. Also, Maya is running low on SP. Is a problem that I'd be a lot more worried about if she wasn't quite close to a level up. Okay. I will say though, I know I've mentioned this multiple times by now. It is very satisfying just seeing like half the map just become lit up at once. It's just like, hey, we're doing fine. Just like how, you know, wiping out multiple enemies in a single attack is always satisfying. Okay, Nanjo levels up, his vitality improves. Now, so we should be. Okay, so should be okay here. Okay, there we go. And if I just run down the middle, we should get through most of this without too much hassle. Lilum, what are you weak to? Light. They're all weak to light. Is everything in here going to be weak to light? Okay, I'm going to switch off of Anko just for a bit so I can heal people. And then... Oh, cool, I have Dakaja now? That could actually come in handy. Like, Dakaja could actually be quite an important move to have. Because some enemies and some bosses like using buffs. I don't remember exactly which ones, but I'm sure that they're in the game somewhere. That is not a great endorsement for my knowledge of this game, is it? Anyway, let's switch back to Kundali Vidyaraja. Which, honestly, sounds cool. That's a cool sounding name. And let's just get rid of all these things. So what have I been doing this week? So I am recording this episode on Wednesday, and I believe this is Friday's episode, and I am recording it on Wednesday. So in between the last recording and this one, and I have fully finished off Resident Evil 0. So I finally finished that. I did the final playthrough I needed to do for that, which was just beat the game again on hard mode. I did most of that. I have Zio9 on Anko now. Sweet. I don't need to worry about using it. So basically what I did was I finished RE0 on hard mode, and after that I haven't really decided what I'm going to play next. Since Halloween is coming up, well, since October's coming up, I probably will play another horror game. To be totally honest, I'm kind of just like looking at Bloodborne on the shelf and thinking, is this the year? Is it finally the time for me to play Bloodborne? And I don't know is the thing. Also, I'm putting points into dexterity, vitality, agility, whoever would have guessed. Like, I don't know if it... Oh, because I have the awful feeling that's just like, I don't want to be the person who has put playing the game off for years and years and years, and then I finally play it and I just don't like it. Like, I don't like the idea that that could happen, but also I feel like the longer I put it off, the more likely it will happen. Because I'm also very well aware that Souls-type games probably aren't my thing. But also it's like, because I insist on getting the platinums for every game I play. Whenever possible, at least. Like, if it is within my skill level, I will force myself to play through until I get the platinum. But the one, I don't have the platinum for DMC5 because I'm just outright not good enough at the game. Like, I am outright not good enough at the game to be able to get all of it done. And by that I mean I haven't beaten Hell mode, and I haven't done every difficulty with S ranks. Because, just I ain't good enough at the game for that. Then I don't have the platinum in the House of the Dead 1 remake, because the final trophy I need is get a game over, and it's like, no, I don't think I will, actually. I've beaten the game literally without getting hit, so I think I'm okay. I think I'm good on that, actually. And then there is Black Ops 4, which, I'm gonna be honest, everything related to, like, everything that I have left to do, I just can't do. It either requires, well, one, it requires entirely playing online, and I don't have PS Plus currently, so I will probably do that at some other time. But also, it's like, it requires doing stuff in co-op and zombies, which, you know, would require getting people to do, and then it also requires playing a whole bunch of Blackout, and I don't want to. Okay, what does this say? We've installed a password for the locked door on the first basement floor. consult me on the second basement floor for details. July 27th, 1999. Supervisor Inoyama. Okay, thanks, Supervisor Inoyama. But yeah, like, I remember Black Ops 4 has some ridiculous achievements. Because it's like, hey, did you unlock it's like, unlock this set of characters for Blackout? But like, to do it, it's like, okay, here is like, it's pretty much like, okay, if you go into this area, an item might spawn, and then you have to pick up the item and then complete a certain criteria, and sometimes the additional criteria is ridiculous. Like, the additional criteria can range from, hey, you just, like, got one knife kill, to, like, hey, did you, like, long shot, one-shot kill someone with a sniper rifle from an absurd distance and place in the top 5? Because if you didn't, do it again. And, look, I'm gonna be honest, I played a good amount of Blackout. I don't think I won a single match. Actually, no, I know that I didn't win a single match because I don't like Battle Royales. And, I don't know, basically, part of this is why I'm worried about playing Bloodborne, because it's like, I don't like leaving stuff undone, but I also don't want to be the guy who waited, like, 11 years. Was it 10 or 11 years? However long. I don't want to be the person who waited, like, a ridiculous amount of time to play Bloodborne only to not like it. So, the worry that I might not like it is kind of holding me back from playing it. I also have Resident Evil 7. Like, I could play RE7. Like, I know that'll take multiple playthroughs as well, but I also have RE1, because I bought RE1 and RE0 together, but, you know. So, I've kind of been trying to figure that out. I might play Outlast again in my free time during October, because I remember quite liking Outlast. Anyway, what is in here? One Brink tea. Oh, there's no item there. How did I miss such a huge chunk of the area? What was I gonna do? Cassia, you switch Yama, Mahama, take out Lilim. Got it, cool, done. 10 out of 10, nailed it. And then I basically looked at, I also then looked at my local cinema to be like, hey, new Demon Slayer movie came out, like, first part of the Infinity Castle. Cool, I didn't get poisoned by that. And then I realized, oh, hang on, wait, I never actually watched the Hashira training arc. And, the final showing the final subtitle showing at my local cinema, I think, is tomorrow, from when I'm recording this. So yeah, I kind of just, like, speedrun, I kind of, like, quickly watched the entire Hashira training arc. Okay, I say that. I am up to the final episode of the Hashira training arc. I am going to finish recording this episode, then I'm going to go downstairs and make lunch, and then I'm going to watch the last episode of it while I have lunch. And then I'm probably going to go and see the movie tomorrow. And I think they said it was good. I think they said that the Infinity Castle arc was going to be like 2 or 3 movies. Cool, we got 5 antidotes. That's actually kind of nice. Because here's the thing, I also haven't read the ending of Demon Slayer. Like, I know what happens. Happens because, you know, it kind of just was all over the timeline to the point of being borderline unavoidable. But, like, you know, I haven't actually seen all of, like, moment-to-moment stuff to know, you know, kind of... Like, I know what happens, but I don't know all of the events that lead to what happens, basically. And I'm looking forward to finding out. I say that I've also been rereading the manga. I'm currently... like, because I have the first 12. I have the first 12 volumes of the manga. I had to quickly just, like, look to see. because I've kind of, like, moved the manga that I'm reading from, I guess, my storage place They're just like onto my desk. And yeah, I'm currently halfway, well, near the end of Volume 9, which is the start of the Entertainment District arc. Okay, so basically Season 2 of the anime. And the last volume of it that I own is Volume 12, which is just before everything starts kicking off in the Swordsmith Village, I believe. Okay. Now then, I am going to wipe out these enemies. You know what, I think this is going to be the first time we get to actually cast Cursed Name. So, that's something. That's right, slash, Cursed Name, does a ton, Stun Bite takes them out. Nanjo, nearly out of HP, nearly out of SP, but he is living, he is indeed living. But yeah, so, what I'm going to do is, I am actually going to stop here for today. You know what, before I do anything else, I'm gonna patch up the party. I'm gonna patch up the party because otherwise I will forget, and if I forget, then it'll probably be pretty bad when I start next episode, and Nanjo just gets obliterated. Okay, so I'm gonna switch back to Agrippa so I can hopefully max that out, because I have Zeodyne on Anko now, and I have Zeo on, and Zionga is on the way for Hernia. So I'm going to save and end off today's episode here. I will probably... So my plan for the rest of today... Oh, I also painted one of the walls in my room. I still need to paint the other one, and the first one needs a second coat of purple paint. But, yeah, I've decided to paint the wall purple. So I now have purple and yellow. Well, purple and prairie gold, because, I don't know, me back when I was like 13 decided this was the shade to go with. Honestly, it still holds up pretty well, and it looks nice with the purple, so I quite like it. So my plan for the rest of today is wrap up today's episode here. Go make lunch. Finish off the Hashira training arc. Come back upstairs. Sit down. Probably record another episode of this, depending on the time. Depending on what time of day it is then, I will then go and do other stuff. Might record more, might play other games, don't know. I'll probably also watch anime. And then tomorrow I'll probably go and see the movie, and I'll probably talk about that in my next recording session after it. And yeah, so I'm going to wrap up today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And I will hopefully see you all on Monday, I believe. I believe it's a Monday episode. So, yeah, I'm going to end off today's episode here. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.